greeting gamers, Agent SN, and today welcome to my second ever Agent S Direct. And this is also the State of Agent 2021 edition. Hope you really enjoyed the first Agent S Direct, as I have a lot of videos that still aren't even out yet, but hope you enjoy it. Hope you're looking forward to those videos when they come, or if they're already out. But without further ado, let's get into this to this announcement showcase. Alright, now before we get into the videos that are going to be announced, I just want to give a quick update about my Shin Megami Tensei and Persona Frustrated and Fantastic videos. I previously said those were going to be coming next year, but unfortunately, they might have to get delayed to sometime after. Now, I haven't confirmed this delay yet, but I do want to say that it might happen. Keyword might. I'm not going to explain why, due to safety reasons and stuff. I'm not going to explain why, but I am going to say that they might not be released this year, sorry. Or actually next year. They might be 2023, but I can definitely guarantee it'll come in 2023 for sure. But hopefully, the Frustrated and Fantastic announced here make up for it. But to start off the announcements, I'm doing the top 10 Scott the Woz episodes. I don't know whether you know this or not, but if you, let me re-say that. Now, I don't know whether you know this or not, but I'm a big fan of Scott the Woz. He is one of my favorite YouTubers. Actually, he is my favorite YouTuber of all time. So he's my favorite YouTuber of all time. So I decided, why not make a video on the top 10 best Scott the Woz episodes. I hope it's epic, and I hope that a lot of cool videos appear on there. And I'm excited to make this video. It'll be coming at some point, I don't know when, but probably later this year. And probably sometime after his 200th episode special, whatever. Alright, and next thing I want to announce is the Top 10 Switch Games 2021 edition. Now, I already did 2 Top 10 Switch Games. One I did back in April 2020, but I deleted that video now. It's not even private still. I actually deleted that for some reason. And it honestly sucked, because I recorded it outside and stuff, but I later replaced it with another version in December 2020. I made a completely new version. I completely remade it, and that's currently up. But I'm now going to be doing the Top 10 Switch Games 2021 edition. The reason why I'm remaking it again is because at the end, let me re-say that. The reason why I'm remaking this is because, of course, more games have came out since that time, and I've played more games since. So I'm going to be remaking the video at some point, but it's going to be coming this year. Because 2021 edition, it's going to be coming probably November or December. Expect it probably December or November, most likely. I'm probably going to do another, basically, like, every single year, probably, since new games release every year, obviously. Alright, so if you've been a fan of my channel, you probably have heard of Gamer27. He is a great friend of mine, and it's someone I've known now for almost a year. And if you go watch him, by the way, which I think you should go subscribe to him, he recently hit 2.5k subscribers. He's a little past that now. Hope you go watch him. Well, he is going to be doing... actually, let me re-say that. Well, back to what I was saying, at the time of making this, he had a little over 2.5k subscribers, but I decided to, why not make a video on his best angered videos. This is going to be really interesting, hope you guys enjoy it, and if you're a Gamer27 fan especially, then I hope you expect some of your favorite Gamer27 angered videos to be there. And now, if you don't know what his angered series is, it's basically his take on Nathaniel Bandy's Triggered series. And both those series also inspired my Frustrated series. So, yeah. Alright. Now, if you're a fan of me, well, of course, you also know that I am an RPG guy, more specifically, a JRPG guy. I freaking love JRPGs. It is my favorite video game genre, period. And most of you guys know that I'm such an obsessor of Final Fantasy VII, So I decided to want to make the top 10 best JRPGs of all time. So yeah, and now, not sure when this video is going to be releasing, but because there's more games I want to play, you might not see this until next year. But it's going to be really cool videos, as I'm going to talk about my favorite RPGs ever made. So of course we'll see some Final Fantasy, some Pokemon, some Xenoblade, some Dragon Quest, some Kingdom Hearts, some Tales of, expect a lot of that good stuff. Alright, so I've already announced 2 videos about popular YouTubers. Well, actually, no, not popular YouTubers. Well, first we talked about a popular YouTuber with Scott the Woz. And we talked about one that's not too popular and only has about 2.5 subscribers with Gamer27. So we talked about one that's a bit more underrated and one that's more popular and has over 1 million subscribers with Scott the Woz. But I'm also going to be doing my top 10 best YouTubers of all time. Now keep in mind, it's only for the popular YouTubers. But I can give a hint, of course, by the thumbnail that 3 of the YouTubers that will be on this list are going to be Scott the Woz, MV Perry, and SMG4. So you can expect those somewhere in the list. Heck, I'll give a hint that they're going to be in the top 5. I mentioned already that Scott the Woz is actually my favorite YouTuber ever. He actually is. But let's get... even though I basically spoiled some of this, but sorry about that. But let's go on with the next video. Alright, so next up is the top 10 Mario spin-offs. Now, as you guys know, about a month ago, I remade my top 10 Mario games list that I made about a year ago. But, and after I made the original version, I also made the top 10 Mario Kart games, which I think about remaking as well. And I might remake the top 10 Mario RPGs, and I also did a top 5 Paper Mario games and top 5 Mario and Luigi games. But what about Mario spin-offs as a whole? Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do top 10 Mario spin-offs. But keep in mind, this is only for 1 game per franchise. Well, there's only 1 game per Mario sub-series. So expect only 1 Paper Mario, 1 Mario and Luigi. Only expect 1 Mario Party, 1 Mario Kart, 1 Donkey Kong, 1 Yoshi, 1 Luigi's Mansion, only 1 Mario Sports game. But yeah, I'm excited to make this video. Hope you guys enjoy it. Alright, now next up is every Pokemon game reviewed. Now, as you guys probably noticed, I'm a big Pokemon fan. It is one of my favorite video game series of all time, whether you knew it or not. It's one of my favorite video game series ever. And I've done a lot of every Blink review videos so far. Well, actually, I've only done 3 so far. I've done, and they've all been Mario. I've done every Mario game reviewed. I've done every Mario Kart game reviewed. Every Paper Mario game reviewed. Next up is going to be Mario and Luigi. But after that, I'm going to be doing every Pokemon game reviewed. And keep in mind that I'm also going to be reviewing them by region as well. So I'm going to be going through Gen 1 first, then Gen 2, then Gen 3, then Gen 4, then Gen 5. I'm also going to record it all as one video, just like with Mario Kart and Mario Party. Well, or actually I meant Paper Mario. Alright, and as you guys know, for over a year now, I've been talking basically non-stop about Nintendo this. On a lot of my videos, I've done Nintendo this, Nintendo that. So, but why not make a video on my favorite game of every Nintendo franchise? As you guys can probably tell by the thumbnail, one of the 3 games I'm going to be talking about is that my favorite Mario game is Super Mario Galaxy 2. Even though I've mentioned before, that's also Galaxy 1. And you guys probably noticed that my favorite Zelda is Breath of the Wild. I've said that before. And my favorite Pokemon is Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So there's going to be some hints for this video. But now, keep in mind that this is only for the franchises that I've played. So the franchises that are on here, it most likely means I haven't played it. But I've played a lot of Nintendo franchises. I mean, I've been a Nintendo fan for basically most of my life. Like 90% of my life. So, yeah. And on the same side, I'm going to be doing my least favorite game of every Nintendo franchise. These are going to be the ones that are not games I consider bad, but ones that are just my least favorite. I like others more. And my 3 hints for this one is that my least favorite Mario game is The Lost Levels. My least favorite Zelda game is The Adventure of Link, aka Zelda 2. And my least favorite Pokemon game is actually the first Pokemon game I ever played, Diamond and Pearl. Yes, my least favorite Pokemon game is the first one I ever played, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. But I still like the game no matter what. Alright, so I've talked about Pokemon already in this Direct multiple times, of course, and that's a monster collecting series that has been incredibly successful worldwide, both in Japan and in the West. However, there's this other monster collecting series known as Yokai Watch that has been really niche in the West, but has been incredibly popular and has taken Japan by storm. And it's been incredibly popular in Japan, but hasn't really gained too much popularity in the United States and Europe and stuff. But I'm going to be doing the Yokai Watch series review. Now, that's going to be different from my Every Blank Reviewed series, because it's going to be probably about 40 minutes long of me reviewing all 4 mainline Yokai Watch games. This video might take a while, because I've only beaten Yokai Watch 2 so far. I've played Yokai Watch 1, I've played 3, but I still need to finish them. And Yokai Watch 4 I don't have yet, which it is Japanese only, but I do have a Japanese Twitch account to play it. But once I finally go back to Yokai Watch 1 and 3 and beat them, and I play Yokai Watch 4, I'm going to do a review of the Yokai Watch series. I hope you guys will enjoy it. It might be long, but I don't really care how long it is, because it's going to be a really fun video to make, and the games what I consider to be really fun. And there are definitely some excellent games I want to talk about. Alright, like I said earlier in this video, last month I remade my top 10 Mario games last month, but I have decided that my next top 10 remake is going to be the top 10 Wii games. It's going to be a really cool video to make, as about a year ago I made my top 10 Wii games, but since I've gotten better at recording, and now that I have a tripod, of course, and because I've played more games now, I decided to, why not make a top 10 Wii games as my next top 10 remake. This is going to be my next remake. My next top 10 remake will be my top 10 Wii games. Hope you guys enjoy this one, and on the same side, at some point, I'm also going to do the top 10 GameCube games. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to be the top 10 remake after the Wii one, but it's going to be coming at some point, not sure when. But it will be one of my next top 10s to come. Well, it might be one of my next top 10 remakes, not really sure when it's going to be coming. It might take a while, because I haven't played Tales of Symphonia yet, and that is going to be on the list, as you can tell by the thumbnail. But I still need to play it, but once I do, then I will make this video, which I have the game on Steam, but I haven't even played it yet, but for Tales of Symphonia, but it will be on the list as a hint, and this video will come at some point, not sure when. And I'm also going to be doing, the last top 10 I want to announce here is the top 10 Nintendo 3DS games. Yes, I'm doing a top 10 3DS games list. Well, I did one back in July, but because I played more games and because my recording's gotten better and stuff, I'm going to be remaking it, of course. And I can guarantee, too, that the list will be different. I mean, a couple games are going to be replaced, of course, obviously. And you will see some... And new games are going to be on the list that weren't there previously, as you can see. As you can see, Jibanyan in the thumbnail, so expect Yokai Watch to the list. This is one I'm really excited to make. Hope you guys enjoy it. Alright guys, now that's all I have for now. Well, actually, just kidding, not yet. Because we have, of course, we'll have 2 more announcements I want to make. I'm going to announce a new series of my last one. But I'm also now going to be announcing the Angered, well, actually not Angered, I'm going to be announcing more frustrated videos and more fantastic videos. So and enjoy not hearing my voice for this part of the video. For the last 5 minutes of this, I'm going to be talking about my new series coming and my frustrated and fantastic fantastic that I'm going to be doing at some point. Whether it's this year, next year, in 3 years. Here we go. Here's some I'm going to do eventually.
That's why the world needs people like us.
your name? I am Silk.
Reach for my hand, I'll soar away into the dawn. Oh, I wish I could stay here and cherish hearts in peaceful days. I fear the edge of dawn, knowing time betrays. Faint lights pass through colored glass in this beloved place. Silver shines, the world dines, a smile on each face. As joy surrounds them by the bounds, and I can feel them breaking free.
Also, guys, I forgot to put the thumbnail for Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia, but here's the thumbnail for Fire Emblem Echoes. Okay, here it is. Hey guys, just want to let you know that I'm also going to be doing Frustrated and Fantastic on Jedi Fallen Order. Yes, I'm also going to do a Star Wars game on this channel as well. I'm going to be doing videos on that. Though I'm not going to show any cutscene from it to save time on this video, as I want it to be 25 minutes or less. But I'm also going to do Knights of the Old Republic now as well, which is also a Star Wars RPG, which is honestly interesting. So whenever I finish this game, I will be doing a Frustrated and Fantastic on it. And I'm also going to do the second one as well at some point, but I didn't announce it here due to time constraints. Also, keep in mind that I'm also going to do fantastic videos on these games as well. But yeah, to make this video, well, to not make this video too long, I didn't show the fantastic videos here. But yeah, here they are. I'm doing fantastic on all the games I'm covering here. I'm doing fantastic on. So don't you worry, I'm doing fantastic on all of these as well. Let's go on with the final announcement. Well, actually, we're not. We'll actually scratch that. Let me read it. Gamers, Agent SN, and today we are continuing on our journey with the Every Blink Reviewed series. So far we've done the mainline Mario games, we've done Mario Kart, we've done Paper Mario, but now we have another. I guess I'm taking a look at the Mario and Luigi series. This is my personal favorite Mario spin-off series, so I'm really excited to take a look at this. And of course, we're going to look at all 5 games and take a couple minutes to review them as normal. But further ado, let's get into it. So next up, or I guess first off, is Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, which was released for the Game Boy Advance, and it was later remade on the 3DS. And overall, I love this game, and it's my second favorite in the entire series. In fact, I could go by far to consider this game a masterpiece. I mean, it's perfect. I mean, it's definitely a wonderful start to the series by introducing the brothers and giving Luigi a turn in a Mario & Luigi RPG. And we liked how interesting the Bean Kingdom is, and it even introduced probably one of my favorite Mario villains, Fawful. Yes, this game brought in Fawful, who later got introduced again in Bowser's Inside Story, which we're gonna get to in just a minute. But the Superstar Saga really, it really made a strong impact on the series, and it's definitely one of my favorite games on the Game Boy Advance. And I really like the gameplay. The battle system is very good. The combat's pretty good, and I love how and I love the mechanics in it and the way it plays. And the story is really interesting as well, and it's definitely really cool. And I like how it's about Mario and Luigi trying to save Bowser from Cackletta, who possesses him after stealing Peach's voice. It's definitely a really nice story. As the Mario and Luigi games have a very good story. This game was the perfect start to the series, and the music is freaking amazing. I mean, have you heard the music in it? The Popple theme, the boss theme, the main battle theme, and a lot of the others. It is absolutely amazing, and this game is definitely one of my favorite video game soundtracks of all time. This game is really amazing, definitely one of the best RPGs Nintendo has ever made. So yeah, 10 out of 10. And it has wonderful themes, perfect battle system. It has a really killer soundtrack. The characters are absolutely amazing. It has a really amazing story, and the game was full of creativity and new ideas. And I'm also glad they remade it on the 3DS. And the game deserved a 3DS remake, unlike Bowser's Inside Story, which we're going to get to later in this video, even though that's my favorite Mario & Luigi game. But we'll get to that. But yeah, 10 out of 10. It's a masterpiece. If you haven't played it yet, definitely go do so, which I'd recommend the 3DS remake, which had new graphics, new features, new gameplay, and even added the new Bowser's Minions side mode, where you play as a Goomba and stuff and go on quests. Not really a big fan of that mode, but I like the idea as it had. Now let's get on to... Alright, now next up is the second game in the series, and the first one on the DS, and that is Mario Luigi Partners in Time. This game, really great game. Well, it is one of the more forgotten ones, since it didn't get a 3DS remake, like Bowser's Inside Story, but that's okay, because you can already play this on the 3DS with backwards compatibility. So, and I didn't even think Bowser's Inside Story needed a remake anyway, but we'll get to that later. But Partners in Time, really excellent game. It was definitely a good start to the series on a new console. I really like how they manage the dual screens, and the babies are really fun to control with their grown-up versions. I really love too how it even. I love the story in it too. And sorry for messing with my camera for a minute, but I like the story a lot too, and it's very interesting as well in this one, as it has Egad again for Luigi's Mansion. So if you liked Egad from Luigi's Mansion, well, he's back in this game. Well, I find it weird that the bros attacks are now items instead of what they were in the first game and the rest of the series, which we'll get to the rest later. This game's still a good game. I mean, it's not perfect. It's not perfect by any means, but it does live up to this day, definitely 15 years later. And I really love the Shroobs and how this game's about aliens going through time and attacking the Mushroom Kingdom, basically. And the story in this game is also really good. Not perfect, but I love how you get to go around Peach's castle and go through different portals that go across time. Time traveling's really fun and everything. And Egad is in this game, so what more could you ask for? And it's funny to see Mario and Luigi say, "Babies!" And the Shroops are fun to fight, and yeah. And Princess Shroobs is a pretty good villain. So yeah, I mean, not perfect, as there are a handful of issues that I have with it, but the good outweighs the bad, even though the final boss takes really long. But still, as a minor detail, still a great game. I give it... Oh. So yeah, this game gets a 9 out of 10. It's definitely one of the best in the series, and well, I do prefer Superstar Saga and Bowser's Inside Story. This game was totally solid and had good use of the DS's dual screens and the time traveling mechanic, and the battle system's pretty good, even though I do prefer the original's combat, especially with the bros attacks. And the babies are really fun to use. The babies are, like, absolutely fun to use. Or, like, the story as well. And the story, well, I do prefer Bowser's High story, which we'll get to in a minute. But yeah, solid game. 9 out of 10. Alright, now let's get into my favorite one of the 5 games. Alright, now next up is definitely one of my favorite Mario spin-offs, and one of my favorite of the whole series. And one of my favorite RPGs of all time, and one of my favorite Nintendo RPGs. Then there's Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. The second Mario & Luigi outing on the DS is the best one, truly a masterpiece. I mean, the first 2 games are already great. This one took what made the previous 2 great and improved on it, and even added the new mechanic of Bowser. Yes. It's an inside story. It's all about Bowser, and you even get to go inside of Bowser. And the game is split into 2 different worlds. As we'll be playing as Bowser sometimes, exploring the Mushroom Kingdom, trying to take down the evil Fawful to claim back his castle. And yes, Fawful's back from Superstar Saga. This time as the main antagonist character. We're trying to take over the Mushroom Kingdom after the big Blorbs disease takes over. And on the other side, Bowser inhales Mario and Luigi for some reason, and they go inside his body. So, while that sounds gross, it's actually not, and it's actually really cool getting to play as Bowser in the Mushroom Kingdom and Mario and Luigi inside of Bowser's belly. So you'll be going inside of Bowser's belly, exploring it. Well, or it's not not just his belly, I guess, but you're going through Bowser's entire body, exploring it, helping him out on different quests and stuff, and attacking things inside of there. It is absolutely fun. It's a blast, and this game has so much creativity, so many original ideas. I don't know who thought of taking a Magic School Bus episode and reskinning it with Mario characters, or I guess making a game out of it with Mario characters. I don't know who thought of that idea, but I honestly like it. It is really amazing. Like I said, the idea of Mario and Luigi going inside Bowser's body is mostly recognized by Magic School Bus episode. That's totally fine. because this game is absolutely fun, and the dual screen touchscreen features have really good use in this. I also love the giant battles where you get to tilt the DS vertically and tackles like Giant Bowser. They also brought that back too with Giant Luigi and Dream Team, but we'll get to that next. Yeah, this game is a masterpiece. The music's pretty good too. I did prefer Superstar Saga's soundtrack. Still really amazing game. And like I said, just like a Superstar Saga, this game also got a remake on the 3DS, and that is the definitive version, the one I recommend. As it has new graphics, even though it has a worse frame rate, since they wanted better graphics, obviously, especially for the giant battles. But you know, this is still a really great game, and it's really perfect. And they also and in 3DS remake, they also added a new. They added in the Bowser's minions. I mean, not Bowser's minions. Sorry for all the I guess. But they also added Bowser Jr.'s Journey. This time it's all about Bowser Jr. in the new side that they added. And yeah. However, I do think that the 3DS remake was unnecessary, because you can already play Bowser's Inside Story on the 3DS because of backwards compatibility. But otherwise, the 3DS remake is still the definitive way to play it. And I absolutely love playing as Bowser, going around and Mushroom Kingdom, completing tasks, and solving different puzzles, obviously, and of course the turn-based battle system's back and stuff. Yes, excellent game. Definitely play it if you haven't yet. But let's go give it a review score. So yes, we have our second 10 out of 10. This is masterpiece. It's definitely the best one out of the 5, and it's really sad that the Alpha Dream is bankrupt, because they created something that's truly legendary, even though all 5 games are. But that's one of the most legendary out of them. This game is absolutely just, it's perfect. Play it. And this game is basically everything a Mario and Luigi game should strive to be. And the Bowser's Body, the 2D side-scrolling part of that also inspired the Dream World and Dream Team, which we'll get to in minutes. But yeah, masterpiece. Let's get on to the game's first. Well, let's get on to the 4th game, which was released exclusively on the 3DS. Alright, so next up is the first Mario & Luigi game with 3D graphics, Mario & Luigi Dream Team. This game, not as good as the first 3 games, still absolutely amazing game. I still think that's one of the best RPGs on the 3DS, and Alpha Dream did definitely nail it for this one. This game had a lot of new ideas. Although it is the longest of the series, and although it'll take you at least 40 to 45 to 50 hours to finish, that's totally fine, because I've played longer games too, and there's a lot of RPGs that are that length, and yeah. And this game also has an interesting story. As the name suggests, this game's all about dreams. And this game is about Mario and Luigi going on vacation to Pillow Island, actually, no, it's Pillow Island, but then they meet this shadowy thing called Phantasma, and trying to steal dreams. You have to take it down throughout the game and stuff. And the biggest mechanic too is the dream mechanic. Throughout the game, you're gonna be saving Pillow Folks, and Luigi basically goes to sleep, and you have to explore, and you get to basically go inside of Luigi's brain. So if you are a fan of Psychonauts, which you're probably not, because none of you have heard of that game, but it's one of my personal favorite games of all time, that's a game where you go inside of people's minds to help save them. Well, when this has a similar thing, however, they're trying to save the Pillow Folks. This game is really, really interesting. I love it. I mean, it's not perfect, but I still think that it's really, really good. And the new dream mechanics is interesting. Like I said during the Bowser's Inside story part, this game also the Bowser's Body, the 2D side-scrolling part of that, also inspired the Dream World in this, and the Dream World's really fun. And the music in this game is really good too. And the world of Pillow Island is really cool. I like it a lot. And although this is my second to least favorite in the series, still solid. I give it. So yeah, I give this game 9 out of 10, just like with Partners in Time. Good game, great game, not the best in the series, but I still think it's solid. I like how they brought back a lot of new mechanics about Inside Story. And this is also the first Mario and Luigi game I ever played. It was definitely a good introduction to this wonderful series, even though it might not continue because Alpha Dream is bankrupt. While that aside, though, it's all a game. Okay, and now we got our last one. Alright, so next up is the last game of the Mario and Luigi series, and the final original game Alpha Dream made before they were bankrupt, and it was currently the last of the series until a new developer comes around and tries to continue the series or whatever. Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. This game, overall, it's a good game, but not a great game. Unlike the previous 4 games, which I kept praising about, talking about how amazing the story were in them and stuff, this one is, I don't really know. I mean, I like this game, but this is definitely one of the more polarizing games in this series. It's definitely the most polarizing. There are a lot of people that they're just not big fans of this game, others that do like it. I personally like it. It was also the first Mario and Luigi game that I beat, even though Paper Jam was, even though Dream Team was the first one I played, but this was the first one I beat. But I do personally think that this game is the black sheep of the series, but it's not a bad game. This game's actually a good game. Why do you think it is the worst one? Why do you think it is my least favorite? Doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad. It may be my least favorite, but doesn't mean it's bad. It's good. But why isn't it as good as the other 4? Well, here's one thing. It's repetitive. And this game's also a crossover with the Paper Mario series, set between Sticker Star and Color Splash, and after Mario and Luigi Dream Team, as Luigi opens up this book, and a bunch of paper comes out of it, and Mario, Luigi, and Paper Mario recruits. But throughout this game, you're going to be going through a bunch of quests to save paper toads, and it's quite repetitive. And the story isn't as interesting. Mostly just things about the paper combining. And yeah, and it's basically like all it has special, basically. Basically all the story is special. So the story is a little lacking, but not bad. The gameplay, however, is where the game shines outside of the repetitiveness of, the paper toads and stuff. But I do like how this game, well, the battle system is absolutely amazing, quite unique. It's definitely my favorite part of this game. And I like the locations, even though they're not as interesting as the previous ones. But I still think this game is really solid. It's definitely a good send-off to the Alpha Dream era of this series. Though we don't really know if Mario and Luigi is dead or not yet. But let's just go give this a review score. Well, yeah, in just a minute. So yeah, this game is an 8 out of 10. It's not a bad game, but it's definitely my personally favorite out of them all. The story could have been more interesting, and a bit too repetitive, but I like its variety in its battle system, and what I try to do with a crossover between Mario's other RPG series, even though the newer Paper Mario games have kind of gone downhill. But I've already talked about that in the last Every Blank review video, so I'm not going to go too in depth with that. But otherwise, still a good game. I definitely recommend it. But the other 4 games, shine way more than this one. Anyway, though, that's it for this video. See you guys next time. HNS out. Disclaimer. This video is definitely not meant to be taken seriously. No opinions shared are truly accurate to how I feel about this game. So don't summon an Esper to kill me, okay? The graphics in the mobile and PC version are so freaking ugly, like go play the Game Boy Advance or SNES version instead. But if this is your only option, I'd say go for it, I guess. So Terra said that she couldn't fight anymore, yet she was still able to somehow by unleashing her ultimate power or whatever. Huh. A lot of the bosses in this game are so freaking hard for some reason. Espers are fun to use, and a good thing that Square Enix added for the grinding and stuff. And it's how you level up your magic, but oh boy, you have to do a lot of grinding to get it. Alright, I gotta be honest. Who actually used Umaro more than the rest? Umaro is probably one of the more weaker characters in the entire game. The world of Ruin, aka the end of the game, kinda is basically filled with non-stop side quests. But hey, it's fine. If you want the end of the game to be easy, you're going to have to do a lot of the grinding and side quests in the world of Ruin. It's a lot of work, but hey, it pays off. And it's honestly a good thing, I guess, even though this is a frustrated video. Throughout the game, you're going to see characters go in and out of the party. But what frustrates me about it is that you can't get enough time to level them up. The enemies and bosses in Kefka's tower are like nearly impossible for some freaking reason. Submit the side quest for Shadow, you apparently can't get him back ever in the game. So yeah. And Gao is kinda weaker than the rest. But he's only weak with the fact that he can't attack normally. And he attacks in some other way. Let's be honest, who actually used Cyan near the end? At least his Bushidos can be useful, which they honestly kinda are. The part with the minecarts is way too hard, and you can't even backtrack during it. Mount Zozo takes kinda long to scale, and the encounter rate is so high, and oh boy, they're kinda hard. But yeah. So I give Final Fantasy VI a 10 out of 10. This game, just like with Final Fantasy VII, the game I've constantly praised on this channel, Final Fantasy VI, also a masterpiece, and it's my second favorite Final Fantasy game in the entire series. The game is absolutely amazing. It has wonderful characters with wonderful personalities, a very interesting world, and the music is my personal favorite in the series. The music is. And the acts are very interesting. The Espers are very unique. The game and the world has so much variety. And Kefka is definitely one of the best villains in the series. All the reasons alone give the game a 10 out of 10. I mean, it is incredibly amazing, and I definitely recommend it at some point. And while I do prefer 7, this game does some things better than 7. and that is absolutely amazing. Seeing that, and some even say that this game is better than 7. But I personally prefer 7, obviously, as you guys know. But it's still really excellent game. I mean, and the battle system is very good, and it's definitely one of the best appearances of the ATB system. And the attacks are absolutely amazing. The characters just has a lot of uniqueness and variety. And the game it has a ton of side quests, especially near the end, but they definitely are rewarding, and they definitely give you a lot of good stuff. They're very important for the game, which I really like, and yeah, and like I said a lot in the video, the bosses are hard, but they're very rewarding too, even though the bosses are hard. And yeah, excellent game. Definitely play it if you haven't yet. It is, and this is also definitely my favorite game on the SNES. And I know I said it was Super Mario World before, but I guess my opinion has changed. Now that I've actually beaten it since my top 10 SNES games. That's it for this video. See you guys next time. Agent S out. Final Fantasy VI is absolutely a masterpiece, and my second favorite Final Fantasy game, and my favorite SNES game. Let's get into how this game is fantastic. In 3, 2, 1. For an SNES game, these graphics are absolutely amazing for one. This game has excellent graphics and a really good ending. The espers are simple to use and are incredibly unique and very fun to use. And they have some variety in them. Locations in this game have a ton of variety. Absolutely a ton. And they're very special in each way. Kefka's a very interesting villain. Has a really good backstory. He's one of the best villains in all of Final Fantasy history. This game has some really good party members. The music is absolutely amazing, and my personal favorite soundtrack in the entire series. This game has so much to do, and this game has honestly a really, really nice world. An absolutely great one. Yeah. This game is what revolutionized the series for many people, and some even consider this game to be better than 7. I might personally prefer 7, but this game is still really amazing, and this game in some ways surpasses 7, but I still prefer 7 overall. I think you guys know that by now. This game has an excellent battle system. So Terra, you can go all Super Saiyan, but you can't do that with any of the other characters. Interesting, huh? This game has a lot of party members, but in a really good way, honestly. This game changed the series, but in a very good way, and it really helped make the series the way it is. Well, it really helped what newer games would become, even though the series has gone under a different approach with the newer games. Anyway, though, that's it for this video. I will see you guys next time in the next video, and see you guys next time for more, of course. And please remember to like, subscribe, turn on notifications. See you guys next time. Agent S out.